So yesterday, for the homework, before I collect it, does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions on the homework? I know I did a good job yesterday. Nobody has any questions. Nobody.
I remember I had one.
Okay, that's why you highlight it and write it down.
36.
All right, let's take a quick look at 36. It says, all the calories in 1 cup of milk come from fat, protein, and carbohydrates. Use the table to find the fraction of calories that comes from protein. All right? So, I want to highlight something that's important, which I understand why you missed. Okay, look right here. In 1 cup. All right? So in 1 cup. You with me? So that's 1 whole. Right? So this right here should add up to what? 1 whole. Do you agree with that? So how much is there already between carbohydrates and fat? What decimal? 0.56. Thank you very much. 0.56. So can you tell me then what part would have to be in there? Nope, because that's the total for fat and carbohydrates. Remember, all 3 of these have to add up to 1. You hear me? All 3 of those have to add up to 1. Do you agree? So this is, think of it like this. This is $1. You need $1 total. You have 56 cents. How much protein is there? Well, you're going $1 minus 56 cents. So now let's practice your mental math. What's $1 minus 50 cents? Well, I don't want you to try to tell me what the answer is. Now, right now, remember, listen to me, Carla. You're trying to tell me what the answer is, and I'm just telling you $1 minus 50 cents. Right? Think of it like that. All right? So how I want you to do it mentally is $1 minus 50 cents is 50 cents. You with me? And then we're going to subtract another 6 cents from that. So that would be, yeah, there you go, 44. All right? So that means that the protein is going to have how much? 0.44. Do you agree with that? Now I got to still read the question. It says, write the fraction in simplest form. So how do I write 0.44 as a fraction? That's correct. Very good. 44 over 100, and then I can reduce that 11 over 25. Do you hear me on this now? All right, that was kind of tricky. If you got that one right, you're in pretty good shape for tables. All right, that was kind of tricky. All right, good for you, Yos. Let's take a look at 25, please. Okay, to me it looks like 16 repeated. Do you agree with that? Yeah. So the answer is just what?
16.
Over 99. 35, good for you. All right, let's take a look at 35. Maria has a bead that is 0.6 inches long. She wants to use the bead to fill a space that is 5/8 of an inch long. Will the bead fit? We'll have to figure out 0.6 is what fraction?
3 over 5.
You agree? You sure? Don't listen to her. She's, correct this time. You see what I'm saying, right? So now we're comparing 3/5 to 5/8. Now it's just a matter of which one's bigger. All right? So remember, to figure out which one's bigger, you can cross multiply, right? What's 3 times 8?
4.
Good. And then what is 5 times 5? So which one of those is bigger? 5/8 is bigger. All right. So it says she wants to use the bead to fill a space. So can she put in, will the bead fit?
Yes.
Yes, it will. Do you agree with that now? Right. You could also change 5/8 to a decimal. If you change 5/8 to a decimal, it would have been 0.625.
That's what I have.
Yeah, 0.625. Right, and 0.6 will fit into 0.625. You agree with me on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, guys. Either way. Lots of ways to do things. All right. Anybody else on this right here? Anything else? Good job.
22.
Let's take a look at 22. A and B.
I mean, I kind of.
It says find the fraction in simplest form of the population that is 19.
Oh, I understand.
You have it, just the decimals, write them as a fraction.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So now please look at your homework. Make sure your name's on it. I'm going to walk around. All right. And that was 3.2. So today we're going to do what? 3.3. And right now you can start heading your paper. All right, while I'm walking around. Always, every time you reduce. Always, always, always reduce fractions. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, hopefully I'll have time to grade this and get this back, because I see some of you are cutting some corners here. All right, now, again, for today, we're going to work on multiplication. All right, we're going to work on multiplication. The other thing is, listen, we're going to finish up the unit on adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And then after that, we're going to go back and do the word problems. And for the word problems, you're going to be able to use a calculator. So if you can remind your parents that you're probably going to need a calculator within the next couple weeks. All right? And if you have it from last year, it's perfect. If you have yours from last year, it's perfect. All right? Listen again, I'm not going to let you borrow calculators. I'm not going to let you borrow calculators. You just need to put it in your backpack and use it every single day. And I see some of you took my advice and went out and got a whole big pack of paper. Put it in your notebook. All right? Let's get down. Good job.
I think last year my calculator was
Well, if you have your name on it, I can give it to you. All right? Well, I don't think so. All right? Here we go. Now, let's talk about multiplying fractions. All right, we're going to talk about multiplying fractions. All right? So here we go. Now, really, the only thing different this year is that we're going to do some positives and some negatives. All right? So tell me a little bit about if you're multiplying a positive times a negative. It's a negative. Negative times a negative is a positive. So we're in pretty good shape. So right now, 7/8 times 1/2. Everybody should be able to just write the answer. There's no work here. What is it?
7.
Yes, perfect. 7/16. So just a quick review. You're multiplying numerators, multiplying denominators. What? Hurry. Page 109. Numbers 1 through 42. Section 3-3. Good, Carter? All right. Thank you very much. All right, now let's take a quick look at number 2. So, number 2.
2/15.
Beautiful, 2/15. Just write the answer. You don't have to write the problem down even. All right, you don't have to write I mean, it's just obvious, correct? All right, let's see about number 3. Uh-oh. Now everybody write this one down. -2/3 times 3/16. Now, why is this one a little bit different? Can somebody tell me? We can do what first?
Oh, put it into a mixed number.
We can what? We call reducing. All right? You can reduce the fractions, correct? And he's right. We're looking at it diagonally. So the first thing, though, is I want you to put equals. I remember making mistakes with positives and negatives, so I always tell my kids, write down whether the answer is positive or negative first, and then don't worry about it. So this answer is obviously going to be what? Negative. So everybody put a negative down. All right, now we have to reduce, all right, or simplify. What can I do first?
3 times 2 3s into 1.
That's right. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1.
20 times 2 into 1.
Go ahead.
16
Beautiful. 1 and 8. Anybody have any issues with that? Everybody ring a bell?
Yeah.
Make sense? Equals negative what?
1 over 8.
1 over 8. So I agree that wasn't that hard. All right, not hard at all. All right, so let me drag 4, 5, and 6 up here and see if you're still good. All right. All right, here we go. Start with number 4. All right, tell me what to do first.
You can reduce.
Well, first thing I want you to try to remember is it positive or a negative answer?
Wait, no, it's positive.
It's definitely positive, right? So we don't have to put a plus sign, okay? Now, sometimes for me, I used to remember doing this just so I wouldn't get confused. All right, so now what can I reduce?
5 and 10. 5 plus 1 is 2.
And then what?
And then 3 is 1. So 21.
Beautiful. Final answer.
2 over 7.
2 over 7. Now look, guys, please, you know, 5th grade we did this, 6th grade we did this, 7th grade we're killing it. You have to be excellent at fractions. You have to be excellent at fractions. All right? Anybody questions? Anybody on this multiplying? All right? So here we go. Let's take a quick look at number 5. Now we have an additional problem besides the fact that we have 2 negatives, which automatically makes what?
Positive.
Positive. All right, Diesel. Do you remember what we do with mixed fractions?
You multiply the whole number in the denominator.
And then?
And then you add the numerator.
That's correct. So basically you're saying you change it from a mixed to an
improper.
yes, change mixed to improper. So 4 1/2 you should write as what, Diesel?
You should write it as 9 over 2.
Beautiful. Times is a dot. And then the other one is what?
10 over 9.
Exactly. 10 over 9. All right. Now what can I do?
You can reduce the 9s, put 9 into each one.
And
And reduce the 10 by 2.
so your final answer,
5 over 1
which is the same as?
is 5.
Beautiful work, man. Exactly correct. All right, nothing to it. All right, Justice, help me out on number 6. Is my answer going to be positive or negative?
It's gonna be positive.
Negative times a positive is...
Oh, negative.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. All right, now convert. Yeah, I'll let you write it down. Everybody else just keep right on going. We're waiting for him.
So you make times 2 by 2, 4 plus 5, 4 plus 1 equals 5, 5 plus 2,
Beautiful.
and it would be a negative
Mm-hmm.
times 17 over 2.
Beautiful.
This,
Is that correct?
yeah.
Okay, now what?
So then you would,
Does anything reduce?
no.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it does not. You're right.
So
Stop. So now, just multiply straight across, right? Can you do the mental math on 5 times 17? Yes, you can. Listen to me. No, stop. We're going to practice. 5 times 10.
equals 15,
5 times 7.
5 times 7 equals 35,
50 plus 35.
35 plus
50 plus 30.
75, 85,
There
sorry.
you go. Don't be sorry. All right, you're practicing. I don't care if you can do it or not. I'm going to try to teach you how to do that. All right, so if you're multiplying 5 times 17, I don't want it off to the side. I want you to say, hey, what's 5 times 10 is 50, 5 times 7 is 35, add them together is 85. So we go on that? Right? And now, what's 2 times 3? 6. Now listen, as you get to advanced math, all right, we leave things as improper fractions. Do I really feel like switching this into a mix? No, because that requires division. All right? Is everybody with me? All right, so when you get to advanced math, which is what we're calling ourselves, we're advanced math, this is an acceptable answer, negative 85 over 6. So we good with this? All right, save us a step. Now remember, it's your job, if I'm not clear, to tell me where I'm not clear at. Anybody have any questions with multiplication? Should be kind of easy for you. All right, so now let's find 7, 8, and 9. All right, now 7, 8, 9 is where we start getting into a little bit of the algebra. All right, so let's pull this down here and see what you can do. All right. Now, is there really anything different here? Nothing different. There's just letters involved. All right? Carter, tell me.
So,
Number 7, what do I have to do?
so x is 14 over 15
Good.
times negative 1 negative 1 and 2/5.
Yeah, now let's save ourselves some time. Because we're multiplying, let's just change this right up here. What is that?
That would be 7 over 5.
Negative.
7.
Yes, so keep that in mind. Y is negative 7 over 5. That way I don't have to keep doing it. Does everybody agree with me? So now we're going to put negative 7/5. Now it's in parentheses because I don't want to think that I'm doing subtraction here. Is everybody with me? All right. The other way you could do it is you could just, instead of doing the parentheses, put a what? Put a dot. You don't put an X. Put a dot. All right. Now what can I do, Carter?
And then multiply, so you
Is there anything I can reduce? If I can't reduce now, am I going to reduce at the end?
know.
Never. It won't happen.
So
All right? 7 times 10.
it's 98
Yes. Negative 98 over.
over 35.
Thank you. Good mental math. Good job. Negative 98 over 75. Any questions or concerns? Yes.
How come sometimes like the whole fraction is negative and just like one number is negative?
So if I say this to you, if I say negative 1/2, it could equal negative 1 right out in front, or it could equal 1 over negative 2. If it's negative, there'll only be one negative sign. Right? If I put a negative here, now the answer is actually what? It's positive. You with me? Hopefully that helps. All right. Number 8, Jack. What?
So it's 3 over 7, or it's negative 3 over 7 times negative 3 over 7, but the negatives cancel each other out, and 3 times 3 is 9, and 7 times 7 is 49.
That's it. That's how easy. 9 over 49. Everybody hear me? 9 over 49. All right. What's the matter with that, Diesel? No, I'm going to let Yosef do the next one. What do I do?
14 over 15 times negative 3 over 7. So it's going to be negative.
That's correct.
And 3 times, so you can, like, you reduce it.
Mm-hmm.
So the 3 will turn into a 1, and then the 15 will turn into 5,
Good.
and the 14 will turn into 2, and 7 will turn into 1.
Yes.
So it's 1 over 1.
Wait a minute
I
now.
mean,
That's where if you're not careful.
1 over 5.
Shh, shh, shh. Hold on. Think for yourself. Don't be interrupted. Look up if you're not sure. Did you see what I highlighted there?
Yeah, negative 1 over.
I'm not sure why you're saying 1.
Oh, I didn't see my 2.
That's right. Very good.
So it's negative 2 over 5.
Yes. So that's your mistake for most people. Generally, if they make a mistake, it's because they just didn't see one of the numbers. All right, they didn't see one of the numbers. Everybody with me on this? All right. That's not bad at all. All right, so now I'm going to try 10 through 12. All right. Let's do 10 through 12. And what did we say? This was negative 7 over 5, right?
Yeah.
Negative 7 over 5. Okay. Tell me, how do I do number 10?
You do
3 over 4
times 14 over 15
times.
times 3 over negative 3 over 6.
So my final answer is going to be positive or negative?
Negative.
Yes, negative. Okay.
So you,
Now what can I reduce anything?
you can make 3 and 1 into 15 and 5.
Good so far.
And the 14, the 2, and the 7 and
Anything else?
5. Yeah, the 4,
Yep.
the 2, and the 2.
Beautiful. Now be careful.
You do 3
Yep.
over 10.
Beautiful. And I like to just put the negative on the top. Negative 3/10. Do I have any issue with that?
I'm kind of confused with.
With reducing?
Yeah.
Listen to me. You're too smart to be confused about that. Here, let me show you something. All you have to do is always look diagonally, diagonally, diagonally to reduce.
So can't you reduce the negative thing?
Well,
No,
we
it's
did.
negative.
Well, we reduced, though, listen to me, I shouldn't have said that. Look right here. Can you see this 3 over here, and this 15 is what I reduced.
Oh,
If I wanted to, I could have chosen this 3 and this 15. You with me?
wouldn't it have been easier to see the 7?
Well, it doesn't matter really, honestly. There's no easier way because you're just reducing fractions. All right, I always try to find the largest ones to reduce first. All right, what?
Can't we reduce from like if they're both on the top? Can't we reduce above the top?
No. No, you can only reduce, listen to me, you can only reduce a top and a bottom. All right, so it can be top, bottom way over here. It can be top and bottom right above each other. But one has to be on the top or in the numerator, and one has to be in the denominator. Is everybody with me? All right, while I'm answering the phone, I want everybody to try number 11. Everybody do number 11. And don't forget 4 is the same as 4 over what?
What is
Can't see
why?
Okay.
It's 7 over 5. Negative 7.
Okay, so 4 is the same as 4 over what? All right, let me scroll down here for a second. There you go. Now do it. Quickly before they hang up on me again. Hello? Oh, funny, he was just laughing at me. Yeah. All right, thank you. All right, Justice, you're out of here. Homework, get that done. No excuses
Yes, sir.
tomorrow. All right, so remember, 4 is the same as what? 4 over 1 times what?
Negative 7 over 5.
Negative 7 over 5. All right, no, let me have Carly. What do I have to do? Negative. Shh. Negative 28 over 5. Now look, you all have lived in Florida, man. You have seen and heard thunder and lightning before. Come on. All right, stay focused. You're going to have more homework. Negative 28 over 5. Is everybody good with that? Negative 28 over 5 is good. All right. Number 12. All right. Thomas Dan, remember what I told you yesterday? You had to talk to me today.
Yes.
So what do I have to do here? I'll let you lead me. I don't know why you act so quiet. I heard you're so not so quiet all the time. Tell me, what do I got here, buddy?
So z means negative 3/7.
Exactly.
3 and you can change both of the 7s to 1
Beautiful.
and both of the 3s to 1.
Beautiful. So after all that work, the final answer is
Negative 1/1.
negative 1 over 1, which is the same as,
Negative 1.
yeah, let him answer. He doesn't talk that much, man. I want to hear him. The answer is negative 1. The answer is negative 1. Does anybody have any questions with that? Any questions? Okay, so let me see what's up next. What's up next is 33 and 34, cross those out. 41 and 42, cross those out. We are going to have a word problem test.
3. Oh, no.
You don't have to do the word problems right now. All right, I'm going to go through and have a word problem test with you. Okay, so we do not have to do 33 or 34 or 41 or 42. The main thing I need you to do right now is to make sure you understand the arithmetic. Right? Is everybody with me? Right? So make sure you're crossing out the word problems. I don't care about the word problems. All right? So now, what I can do for you is this.
We're on 13.
Yeah, we're at 13.
Well, 13 and 14 are what? Word problems. So we don't have to do those. All right? So your job now is to do 15 through 32 and 35 through 40. That's your
We have to
homework.
write the problem.
Yeah, well, now, like if you can look at number 15 and just tell me that's what?
3 over 20. Oh, 3 over 32.
Yeah, but we prefer the right answer, okay? 4 times 8 is 32 today. Yes. Now look, I'm expecting you, number 15 is very rare that you can just write the answer, but in that case you can, correct? If you have to reduce something, I want you to reduce it on your paper. Don't just tell me you did it mentally. All right? Plus, I want you to start doing what with your answers? What are you doing to your answers? Checking them. Getting them right would be a new thing for you this year. Yes. Let's try to get a couple right this year, okay? Maybe I can move you on to 7th grade, okay?
I'm in 0.
No, you're six. This is the 6th grade class still.
Okay.
So
All
we're
right.
all in 6th.
Yeah, you're all in 6th grade again. All right. So again, listen to me. I think a good idea is to open the page and then open up Google Classroom and pull up the solutions. And as you do a problem, check your work. And you just double click and it pops up. All right, everybody go to Google Classroom. I'll come around and make sure you know how or you know where the answers are located.